Okay, you all, welcome back to another Black Mass paranormal adventure. So, I had somebody reach out to me. They asked to kind of remain anonymous, to tell me a story that they were up in the Smokies around the Spence Field area, which is where I'm at right now. And they had a encounter with what they believed to be a feral person. Now, it is late December. It's pretty cold. The individual had told me that when they were up here, actually with their family, and hiking around in the woods, they came across a man who was wearing some sort of fur on his body. Now, they said that he was actually barefoot, and the description that they gave of his eyes was really bizarre. They claimed that his eyes had this kind of bluish tone to them, where they were like almost like transparent. They said that the man was looked extremely unhealthy, as though that they had been living out in the woods basically their whole life. They also said that the individual couldn't speak, that it was just making these really strange sounds. Now, what makes this situation even stranger is that I'm in the mountains, but I'm also, again, and this is the top of the trailhead. There is a road that runs by here. Now, for those of you all that are into survival situations, you know that just because you find a road, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have found your way out of a situation. Oftentimes, roads can go on for states and miles, and you essentially don't know what you're going to run into. Right now, however, this particular road, I'm thinking because of the holidays and people are traveling to go spend time with their family and whatever, this road is a little bit busy, a little bit more busy than normal. So what we're gonna do is, so be mindful of the audio. I'm getting further down the trail now, so it's probably gonna subside. Also, with it being wintertime, there is no leaves on the trees to help dampen some of the sound. But again, this is a situation where I am told a story of a run-in, and I'm going out to investigate. You know, I don't know if this is true or false, but the descriptions that they gave made me think that there is some sort of wild human living out here. I brought my thermal camera, so we're going to be using that to get a better understanding. I've also brought a game camera that I am going to set up and let run, and we'll see kind of what happens. So here we go. Alright. So, yeah, it's already getting quieter. Just this particular trail did overlap. This is a pretty long trail. Now, this is also the same exact area, and this is the same trail actually that started so this is the same trail that Dennis Martin and his father were on in 1969 on Father's Day weekend when Dennis Martin disappeared. Now, I initially had wanted to set up a rear camera to use on this trail. Alright, we're going to take a stop for a second and we're just going to look. I don't know if you all could just hear what I heard, but I heard some sort of clicking sound. Coming from that direction. I think that's a perfect place to set up a game cam. I'm definitely hearing clicking sounds. Which is one of the ways that it is said that these feral people communicate. Now, I do not know of many people who, actually, I don't really know of any YouTubers that have actually come out on this trail. Now, for those of you all who do not know, the Dennis Martin case was a huge case that happened in the Spencefield area, which is essentially where I'm at. I'm on a fire break trail right now. And this is where the Ranger Service actually brought the Green Berets out to look for Dennis Martin. Now, there was a lot of speculation as to what happened that day, because the reports clearly show that Dennis Martin's father was watching Dennis very closely while they were playing hide and seek. He said that he watched Dennis go behind a tree. And that's why he initially didn't panic. Because he watched Dennis. And then when all the rest of the kids came out, Dennis was no longer there and was missing. Man, those truck tires are just... I can't even see the road anymore. But so what my plan is, I am going to set up a game camera in this area. That way we can figure out if in fact there is anything moving out here. I did just hear some weird clicking sounds. Now, again, I am not saying that I have found one of these feral people. I'm not claiming that. What I am doing is responding to these claims. Plain and simple. And we're going to set up equipment. I'm going to set up a game camera. We're going to let that game camera run. And we're going to find out what the true story is. Plain and simple. Now, obviously, this is something that I have been working on for a long time. I just saw some movement back in here. Hold on, let me switch to thermal. I absolutely love this thermal camera. Whoa, I just heard a breath. Like a... is what I'm gonna do. I wonder which way I should face the camera. Is the ultimate question. I think back here. I'm gonna do my best bet. I'm gonna let this camera run overnight, and we're gonna see what we see, I guess. Alright, y'all. So this is it. This is memory card. To know is that I have a lot of experience in the mountains. So if you all are going to be getting out and adventuring on your own, make sure that you let somebody know where you're going, when you're gonna arrive, when you're expected to be back, and even have somebody else double check your pack. Now, a lot of people get excited and they take off into the woods. And I understand it. It's exciting. Here's my homemade custom locking system. Not perfect, but is some survey tape. I'm not going to put this directly on my camera, but I'm not going to put this directly like on my camera, but on the trail that I am moving down, I'm going to leave a marker. And that way I at least know where it's at. I'm also going to try to take a GPS coordinates read. That way I don't lose my camera. So I'm taking all of the necessary steps that I can to protect my stuff. So hang on one second. All right. And away we go. All right, now, so the Dennis Martin case is an amazingly interesting one. Also, the FBI recently, let me go back. So the FBI recently just had let their files be made public. I am currently working on going through all of these files. This is one of those situations where I just do not feel alone, and it's really weird. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on thermal. I want to try to... Whoa. There's a hit right there. There's like a hill that goes down. And I swear there's somebody standing on top of it. Like, right in here. Now this could also be a result of all the people moving here. You know, if you're going to be moving from a big city and want to go get into, you know, the East Tennessee life and North Carolina life, you want to own some land in the mountains, which I don't blame you, but at the same time, you're pushing all of our animals out of their habitats. One thing that Tennessee is having a huge problem with right now is rodent infestation. especially in my area that was more farmland. Because now that all of the farms are being destroyed, the field mice have no place to go. And they are destroying these people's homes. I mean, that's karma. Sorry. I don't know. It's just, it breaks my heart. I'm an outdoorsy person. I love the mountains. I'm glad I came up here right now, though, so you all can get a better idea of what the Smoky Mountains are like in the wintertime. It's beautiful still. So, I just heard something fucking weird. It's like clicking sound. There's gotta be something to that. And I could see, it kind of makes sense that they would have a run-in out here, because this is essentially on the North Carolina-Tennessee line. So there is a lot of movement here. There's a lot of reports of crazy things happening in this area, just in general. Over the years, the old moonshiners would tell stories about Sasquatch run-ins, dogman run-ins, feral people living in the woods. And there's something fucking following me. I swear to God. So, I mean, you can just hear that sound echoing. Up there is the road. That's a car. So that's about, I don't know, a little bit over a quarter mile away that this trail runs through. Now, the trail, this trail crosses the road to the other side, but in the direction where I set up my camp, that is right outside of where Dennis Martin was abducted. If I were to continue walking down that area, that would have put me in Spence Field. It's roughly, I don't know, I think like 2 miles from here. Which, if you all don't know the story, I'm going to be covering it in the Paranormal Journals series that I'm doing. But I've also got to do a lot of investigating and keep the channel moving. So now that I'm kind of on a hill, I'm gonna hit the, so I'm gonna be coming back up tomorrow, or coming back out over here tomorrow to pick up my cam. So should be interesting. Cam footage is going to be made available on the members section first. That way my members will be able to go through it, maybe point out something that I missed, and we'll see. So for now, I am going to continue hiking up this trail and do some more investigating, do some listening. I want to be out here at dark as well. That way I can get a better understanding of what's going on. I'm going to be using the full spectrum. For those of you all who are astute, you can notice that I have gotten a new bag where I will be arranging to use a camera on my back filming behind me. So I'm going to be putting that footage up on the members section as well. So make sure you all give this video a like, hit that subscribe button as we really start to dive in to this, as we really start to dive in to understanding the Appalachian feral people. So until next time.